Hi everyone, and welcome to Shadowing with Izzy. This is the perfect place to stop translating in your head and start speaking with natural fluency. If you want to build muscle memory for intermediate English, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we are learning how to argue like a pro and disagree politely without offending anyone. I will speak a natural sentence. Then there will be silence. In that silence, repeat exactly what I said, trying to copy my rhythm and flow. Remember, fluency is about training your mouth muscles, not understanding every single grammar rule perfectly. Let's get started. I speak smoothly and naturally. I feel confident when I express my opinion. My English is improving every single day. Let's start by practicing phrases where we acknowledge the other person's point before sharing our own view. I see what you mean, but I have a different view. That is a fair point. However, I see things differently. I understand your perspective, but we should consider other options. You make a good point, although I am not completely convinced. I hear what you're saying, but there is another side. I completely respect your opinion, but I must disagree with you. That might be true, yet we need more data to decide. I agree with you up to a point, but not entirely. Your idea is interesting, but it might not work right now. I can see why you think that, but I disagree slightly. Great job! Now let's practice softening our disagreement by expressing a little bit of doubt or uncertainty. I am not entirely sure that is the best approach. I wonder if there is a better way to handle this. I am not totally convinced that this will solve the problem. To be honest, I have some mixed feelings about this plan. I might be wrong, but I think we missed a step. I do not mean to be negative, but I have some concerns. Actually, I am having second thoughts about this new strategy. I am not really sure if I can agree with that. Do you really think that is the most effective solution? I am a bit hesitant to completely support this idea today. You are doing absolutely beautifully. By repeating these sentences out loud, you're building real muscle memory for fluency. Your brain is learning how to connect these intermediate words naturally without overthinking or freezing up. Keep that positive energy going as we move on to the rest of the list. Excellent work so far. Now let's move on to phrases where we disagree by offering a helpful alternative. Instead of doing that, why do we not try this? Perhaps we should look at this from a different angle. Have you considered taking a slightly different approach to this? I suggest we put this on hold and think some more. It might be better if we focus on the main issue. An alternative solution could be to ask the team for help. What if we tried combining both of our ideas together instead? I think it would be wiser to wait until next week. Maybe we could explore some other options before making a choice. I would recommend that we gather more information before moving forward. Fantastic. Finally, let's practice sentences for times when you need to be direct, but still very professional and polite. I'm afraid I have to disagree with you on that. With all due respect, I do not think that is correct. I am sorry, but I really do not share your opinion. Unfortunately, I cannot support this proposal at the current moment. I completely disagree, but I appreciate you sharing your thoughts anyway. That is not quite how I see the situation right now. I am sorry, but that goes against what we discussed earlier. I really do not think that is the right way forward. Let us just agree to disagree on this specific topic today. I strongly believe we need to go in a different direction. Now let's hear these phrases in a real story. Sit back, listen, and notice how the words flow together. Do not repeat after me yet. Yesterday, my colleague Mark presented a new marketing plan during our team meeting. He wanted to spend our entire budget on social media advertisements. I listened carefully to his presentation because I see what he means, but I have a different view. When he finished speaking, I raised my hand and said that it was a fair point. However, I see things differently. I explained to the team that I am not entirely sure that is the best approach for our local customers. Mark looked a bit surprised, so I tried offering a helpful alternative immediately. I asked him, what if we tried combining both of our ideas together instead? I suggested that we use half the budget for online ads and save the rest for local community events. Mark thought about it and admitted he wasn't totally convinced that this would solve the problem. Finally, after a long and polite discussion, we decided to compromise. It just goes to show that even when you strongly believe we need to go in a different direction, you can always communicate effectively. I see what he means, but I have a different view. That was a fair point. However, I see things differently. I am not entirely sure that is the best approach. What if we tried combining both of our ideas together instead? I strongly believe we need to go in a different direction. I want to warmly congratulate you for completing such a great intermediate challenge today. You showed up, you practiced hard, and you took a massive step forward in your language journey. I am so incredibly proud of your progress toward fluency. Keep practicing these useful phrases, and I hope to see you again at the next exercise. Bye for now.